All right, weavers, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new weft color, and it's a new treadling pattern. So I have finished my first scarf in this Kiki's Bamboo Scarves series, the one with the turmeric weft, and it's time to get ready for the next one, which has cherry weft. And today we're going to look at one of the most useful tools in your weaving toolbox, which is, you guessed it, office supplies. So just to recap, between each of these three scarves that I'm weaving, I want to leave 10 inches of warp unwoven uh, so that when I take the whole length of fabric off the loom, I can cut across the unwoven section and have 5 inches of fringe on each end of each scarf. So one of the easiest ways to do that is to put in a spacer. So I've taken a simple piece of 8.5 by 11 paper and I have folded down 1 inch. And this is now my spacer. So to insert the spacer, I am just opening a shed. This doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just giving me a good reference point. And the hard part, I have discovered, is getting the paper into the shed. Because at the moment, I don't have much tension on this warp. And it's kind of gnarly getting it in there. Okay, this helps a lot, just lifting up the threads on the top of the shed. Okay, so once I've got it into place, I want to scooch it down so that the folded edge, or one of the edges, it doesn't even matter which, is right up next to my hem stitching. And now when I tighten up the warp, I've got a firmer edge to work against. And obviously I can't start weaving right up here. So I'm just going to advance my warp. And as I do it, that piece of paper just magically wraps around the front beam. So now I am ready to start weaving my new scarf with the cherry weft. And I'm going to begin with 2 picks of plain weave so that I can do my hem stitching. And again, if you have not embraced the magic of hem stitching, I strongly urge you to do so because it will make everything better. All right, so I have to plan carefully because my 2 picks of plain weave, I need to start on the side that is my dominant hand because you'll see in a second that I'm going to leave a long tail. And again, it does not matter which shed I open. It truly does not. All that matters is that I get a shed and then I remember to 1, 2, 3, 4, leave a tail at least, because this is a really fine yarn, at least 4 inches wider than my weaving width. And then I just beat it into place. And look at that. While it's not perfect, I can fix that in the hem stitching process. And then I just open the other shed and fiddle with the edges a little bit more. And again, fiddle some more because that did not pull in adequately. Oh, because I'm pulling on my tail instead of the end coming from my shuttle. Again, just kind of straighten everybody out and make sure there aren't ends dangling off the sides for the selvage. The other thing that will really help is, and of course I don't have it sitting here, a fork. So I'm going to pause the tape and get a fork. Okay, back to roll camera. I'm actually not using my fork at this moment. I'm using my very inexpensive comb from the grocery store. And I'm just scooching everybody up. But really and truly, as you're going to see in a second when I start my hem stitching, it won't matter. Now, often hem stitching people will make a couple different, like 4 or 5 picks before they start the hem stitching, but I'm actually just going to do 2 because this is very small hem stitching, and I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing where I go completely across the warp. And the reason I'm only doing 2 picks is because uh, it's actually much easier to see where to put the needle if I only do 2 picks. So I'm going to start my hem stitching at the right selvage. If you're left-handed, you want to start at the left. And this is the hardest part, is getting started. Picking a bunch of threads, and I'm going up at an angle, under them and up, and then I'm going around the same bundle, straight across and through the loop. And now that I'm tightening this up, I can see exactly what I'm doing. And I've got a nice firm edge. So uh, now that I have got the first bundle done, I'm just going to keep working across, and I'm going to do it in groups of 3 threads, which is really easy to count because most of these warp color stripes are in groups of 12, except for this very first one, which is in a group of 18. And I'm just going to work across and do this, and then we will look at how else office supplies can help you do your weaving.